Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. We're going to try things a little bit different just this one particular time because, yeah, this comic book is something else. So we got Naomi, all right, issue number 1. We're going to check out just who exactly made this comic book right about that. Look at that. Brian Michael Bendis and David F. Walker, the writers. Jamal Campbell did the art and the covers. The letterer, Josh Reed. Dude, this is awesome. It's all right here. Anyway, so basically, this is just about a girl who's like chilling out through town, and like she's like just awesome. Like all these people are talking like, "Oh my God, it's awesome! Superman came!" And blah blah blah. And she's like, "Yeah, I missed it. Never happens here. Nothing ever happens here." But Superman comes up, and there's some booty kicking and all this crazy stuff, and it's just like it was like 17 lousy seconds of him and Mongol fighting, and all of a sudden he's just like takes him off to the sun and throws him into the sun because that's what you do, or back to War World, whatever. And, oops, my Gotham Central Comics and Collectibles card up there. Yeah, I'm in the club. I'm in the club, baby. So, yeah, she's just talking. She's totally breaking the fourth freaking wall. She's like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "What the frick is this?" Oh, God damn it. Are you kidding me? We're still doing this obnoxious crap. We still got the goddamn Man of Steel, Brian Michael Bendis is here. All that crazy. Like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Are you freaking kidding me? You know what? You know what? In the name of Brian Michael Bendis, oh, that's just terrible. It's just terrible. So anyway, you got all this crazy stuff, man. Like she's just talking, and like Superman shows up later on, and it's like this big thing. Yeah, I'm just going to go through the whole book, but in a bit. And another freaking advertisement. And she's just talking to her shrink, and she's like, hey man, like this stuff never happens to me. And like she's talking to her friend, and it turns out like this one, like she's talking to her friend, and then over here, here's this like this dude. I don't know, there's like something wrong with him. He's like really freaking big. I mean, look at the size of this guy. My waist isn't as big as this guy's freaking arms. Jesus. So anyway, she's just talking to this dude, and he's just like, yeah. There was She's basically trying to figure out when was the last time that a superhero was in her town because it never happens, and all this stuff. It didn't actually make the news, and that bothers her. And I understand. I understand what what that's like. Um, so she comes to find out that there's a rumor that maybe, just maybe, there was a superhero who came some time ago. So she goes to this one dude who somehow she thinks has the answers. And when she does this, he finally reveals. I'm going to give you the last page. What the? Wait a second. Is there a freaking advertisement for Naomi in the Naomi book? DC, come on, seriously, man. Anyway, he goes and explains to her that the last time that a superhero came to this town was on her birthday, the day that she was adopted, at least. That's kind of cool. I really dig that. Like, that's really cool. She's like, wait, what? Next one, meet the parents, meet the Fockers. And there's like this thing in here about, Wonder Comics, and more specifically Naomi. The race specifically is like, it's actually kind of cool. I'm digging on that. That's actually kind of cool. Yeah, just that's the comic book. So anyway, this comic book happened, and I actually really like it. I'm thoroughly impressed with how good the comic book is. It's I don't know, man. Like, I've seen worse. This is kind of like, how do I explain this? This is like it's a comic book. Oh wait, I'm doing this so I gotta do really weird things and with my comic book. I'm not gonna throw the comic book. I'm not gonna do anything like that. But anyway, this is basically a comic book about a girl who wants to be a superhero, and she thinks that maybe, just maybe, she is a superhero because Superman came to the planet. Superman was adopted. Maybe, just maybe, she's also a superhero. It's the one thing that all of us think. Like, you think about it, go back in time, and whenever somebody would say, if you had one superpower, what would it come down to? We'd always be like, oh, I wish I could fly and jump high. And yes, we would say stupid things like that. And I wish I was super strong, and I wish I was this, and I wish I was that, and shoot laser beams out my eyes, and just, like all sorts of, cool things like that. But at the end of the day, what's the one superpower we wish we all had? The fact that we actually had superpowers. That's the thing. That's what comes before all of it. And that's exactly what she's trying to do. She just wants to be special. She's just this little adopted kid, and it's a little sad. But anyway, it's cool because if you look at this, I'm realizing all this is yarn. And she's like, like the question, and she's just putting all these little bits and pieces, trying to figure out the mystery and solve what the frick is going on. and that's cool. I like this comic book. This is a really good, fun comic book. It's a little obnoxious with all the constant Bendis, but I like Brian Michael Bendis. He's cool, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's really weird doing this without my face. it's it's genuinely weird trying to do this without my face. I don't know if I'm gonna be doing any more of these, but I figured at least you got to see my keyboard and stuff like that. So I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna bounce. I enjoyed reviewing this comic book. I'm like completely off my game because I don't actually get to see me, no visual cues of myself. And okay, I'm done. I'm done with this. Check out the comic book. It's actually kind of cool. First appearance of her and everybody else that's in here, minus Superman and Mongol because they've appeared like what 6 times before. But first appearance of Naomi. True. All right. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.